Hey Caleb, Jason here. So you probably recognize that intro from Vsauce and our friend Michael. I use the term friend quite lightly because I'm pretty sure he doesn't know either of us exist. But what I realized was Vsauce is the very first YouTube video that I ever subscribed to and started watching on a regular basis. So while he didn't inspire this project specifically, Vsauce was sort of the gateway video that got us to the point we are at right now. But that brings me to my next point, and that is we still need a name. We've had quite a few great suggestions from our friends in our first YouTube video, but all of these names are missing one crucial piece that I think is pretty important for us to have a video channel. And that is the letter V. You see, so many of our favorite channels actually start with a V. We've got Vsauce, Vlogbrothers, another one, Veritasium. With our last name being Vance, how could we not have a V in the title? So I'm not sure we've got it figured out yet, but I think we should come up with something fairly soon. Now back to your video. Thanks for that awesome view of the hill behind your house. Rhonda and I do love foxes. And you're right, they're not very common in Michigan. I think we've seen one, maybe ever. But the question is, how did you know it was fox poop? I mean, you seemed pretty certain about that one. Where the bear, you were like, it might be bear poo. But the fox, you seemed like it was dead on. And I was just curious, what gave it away? Because it just looked like regular poo to me. You might be able to tell that I'm not feeling the greatest today, and I actually haven't been since last Thursday. Came down with some horrible chest cold thing. And when it hit me that I was actually really sick instead of just some minor cold was when I got home from work, and I just felt so cold. I could not get warmed up, and I even kept checking the thermostat in our house to see, did somebody reset it, or is it broken, what's going on? And you probably know this is unusual because I don't get cold very easy. So when one of them told me, why don't you go put a coat on? I didn't think twice, I just went and put a coat on, and then it hit me. Holy crap, I must be really sick if I'm willing to go put a coat on in my own house with the thermostat set to 72. And then it got me thinking, why do we feel cold when we're getting a fever? That doesn't make any sense to me, I don't get it. So I looked it up and it's actually pretty interesting. Our brains trick us into giving ourselves a fever. Your hypothalamus controls your internal temperature. And so when you get an infection, bacterial infection, viral infection, your hypothalamic thermostat, which is normally set at about 98.6, increases itself to be around 101, 2, or 3, somewhere in that range. And because your body temperature is not where the thermostat is set, you start to feel cold. Your brain is saying, I should feel this warm, but instead, I'm only at, 98.6, woe is me. And so you put on extra clothes, like you bundle up in a coat, and you drink hot liquids, and sit in front of a fire, get under a bunch of blankets, something like that. And then guess what? You just gave yourself a fever. Which is ironic because we're usually trying to take Tylenol and aspirin to lower our fever, but we did it to ourselves. Sneaky brain, well played.
Oh, it's snow! It's snowing out of a Mountain Dew bottle. It's like your dream come true, Jay.
Love it! So anyway, sorry that I missed my deadline of Saturday for posting this video, and I look forward to hearing what you have to say Wednesday.